Fan Sports, the sports show that is dedicated to the Seattle sports fan. This is Dave and Kevin. We're here ready to drop some knowledge on what we think is going on with the Seattle Mariners right now. As always, please subscribe if you're new here. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Make sure you turn on those notifications. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give us some feedback. Put something down below in the comments so that we can talk about it on air. We'd love to be able to hear some questions from you guys, our viewers.
Yes.
So let's jump right into it, Kevin. Is it a first-class ticket or a coach ticket for Salvador as we're sending him out of town? I think it's first class because we need to get him out of Seattle. Kevin.
I am just glad he is leaving town, man. That's all I care about. Bye. Boy,
Bye. Yeah.
What a wrecking crew.
He slayed us. One-man wrecking crew. I listened to the home run he hit today. It hit the foul pole.
Yeah.
Hit the foul pole. He should be buying lottery tickets. He should be playing horseshoes.
Yep.
He should be doing a lot of things. It takes luck because that dude right now is en fuego. Kevin,
well,
we dropped 3 of 4 to Kansas City. Thank God Marco came up today. Kevin, what kind of month did Marco have?
Marco's been having just an amazing month. The month of August, he's had 6 starts, 40 innings pitched, 6 walks, 27 Ks. He's got a 1.58 ERA and 3 wins. Man, that's just an absolutely solid month. Congratulations, Marco. We knew you had it. We just were waiting for it.
Man, the Bulldog was chewing up the competition.
Yeah.
He looked good again today. I was really happy with what I saw out there from him today. Kevin, the thing I heard today, a stat I heard, is that we stranded over 40 runners in this 4-game set. That averages, doing the simple math that I, had to take fingers off and toes and shoes and gloves. I think that's about 10 per ball game. I think that would have been plenty enough to eat into the deficit, even if we would have got, 40% of those runs to come across the plate.
Right.
Kevin, where is our timely hitting gone?
I'm going to go back to Salvador Perez. We don't have a thumper like that.
Right.
We don't have a guy when the base is loaded, we know we're going to get some runs in. I mean, how many times were the bases loaded this series? I mean, I can't count, but we don't have that solid bat that we've been talking about that we really, really need this year to push us to the top. And we don't have it. I love Kyle Seager, Ty France, Mitch Haniger, but they're not the thumper. They're not those guys that every time they come into plate, you're stressed that they're going to hit a home run. We don't have one.
Okay, do we have one in the making? Is there somebody right now that is in the making that you think, you know what, I see it from this guy? Is it Jared Kelenic? Is it Cal Raleigh? Is it Marmoleos, who do you think should be coming up from AAA? Who do you think is that bat that is going to invoke fear somewhere down the line?
Well, I think Marmoleos could be that guy. I also think Jared Kelenic could be that guy. Julio Rodriguez could be that guy. Kyle Lewis could be that guy. Although those guys, physical-wise, aren't intimidating. So, I mean, Marmoleos is probably the biggest guy there.
What about Cal?
Even Cal's not that guy. I think we need to go out in the offseason and get a DH that it puts fear in other teams, and that's what we're missing. We're missing that DH. Torrens has had a good season, but he's not a DH. He's not Perez.
Perez is a catcher, I'm pretty sure.
He is, but how many games this week did he pick DH?
Yeah, it's true. That is very true.
And then that's what we really need. We got the pieces to go with that, I think, in my opinion. The Seagers although I think he's gone, but the Hanigers, T.Y. Hilton are
Ty France, Kevin. Ty France.
I'm thinking of football right now. So yeah.
We've got so much on our plate, we can't even see straight.
Let's talk about T.Y. France. I mean, the guy has been absolutely solid. He rocks solid. And I just think he's performing the way I knew he could perform. And yeah, when he comes to the plate, I'm pretty sure that he could hit somebody home, but he's still not a Perez. He's
He's
not.
not a thumper.
He's
They
not.
don't grow on trees, from what I'm told, Kevin.
They don't grow on trees, but we need to go get one.
Maybe we can get Kirby Puckett out of retirement. I don't know. That's a thought.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kevin. So, unfortunately, you're absolutely correct. Everybody, we came on last week. We said playoffs, yeah, and everything was looking good. Things were going well. However, the simple fact is that we are still a team right now that is still a couple pieces away.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to round things out. I think our starting pitching is starting to round. I think that our bullpen has been excellent. We're putting Sheffield now in a long relief position is where he's going to be going, which I think that'll be a good place for him to go. And I think that, I honestly think that there may be some Seager talk into the fact that he may stay in Seattle. I've heard some rumblings with that. He may be that type of guy that finishes his career at third base. They're talking that it's not just his bat, but his glove. His glove would be sorely missed in that infield.
Yes, agreed, 100%. I mean, been a fan of Kyle Seager from day one. As soon as he came onto the scene, I would love to see him stay in Seattle. However, it's a business, and I get it completely. And if you're not producing behind the plate, and which, I mean, he broke a record this year. He got 31 home runs, so he's doing very, very well.
And we as Seattle Mariner fans, because it's been a longest round of playoff appearances of any team in the professionals. So we understand, and we're trying to jump the gun, and we're very excited. If they get in, awesome. That's valuable experience.
Yes.
I just think that you guys have to understand. I'm talking to you guys when I talk to the Mariner fans out there, the Mariner faithful, the people that we have come into our show. Understand that this is not a team right now that is ready to compete all the way to the end of the World Series. And that may be sacrilege, but you have to be patient. You have to understand that Jared Kelenic is going to come up. He's going to take hacks at balls. He's getting his eye. He's getting his timing down. He is going to be a force. And we have to understand that there's growing pains, and we have to be patient with that. Kevin, is there anything I missed in my little mini rant there?
No, I don't think so. I think you hit it on the spot. So I think Kelenic, I mean, he had a home run today. So did Seager, had a 2-run home. And I think those guys pretty much left half those 40 people on base. So, comes around, goes around, and that's just the way it is. But we have to be more consistent.
That's baseball.
It
You are given a great contract that if you can come up to the plate and hit 3 successful times out of 10, that is good in baseball terms.
Yeah.
If Russell Wilson came up and completed 3 passes out of every 10, he would be nowhere near the National Football League. And we have to understand that this is going to take time.
Yep.
So, with all that being said, Kevin, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Kevin, what do you have to say?
You're good. I was going to say, hats off to Tyler Anderson. I mean, he's just been everything that, and more that was stated about him when we brought him in at the trade deadline. On Saturday night, he pitched 7 innings, which is the longest he's pitched for the Mariners, had 8 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and 6 Ks. Man, you got him and Flexen. What a great 2 combo, for the middle of the rotation. I really believe that Logan Gilbert is going to have a better season next year.
Yeah.
Because, he's going to have that little bit of underneath his belt. This is the longest he's ever pitched in a season.
Oh, yeah.
So I really believe that you got Marco and Gilbert, and, I think Dunn will be back next year. Hopefully YK can fix his issues. And then we got a couple of just guys that are solid. So,
and not only that, Kevin, but we've got, Kirby and Hancock, biting at their heels in the minor leagues, ready to come up as well. So things look bright in Mariner land. Understand we're still in the midst of this rebuild.
Correct.
We've been fortunate and things have gone our way, but we are still in the middle of the rebuild. Just kind of taking a look ahead. We've got 3 games this week against the Astros. All right. And then we're going to be traveling down to Arizona. We're going to take on the Diamondbacks, who have a poor record. And then we're going to be going over to Houston again, playing another 3-game set with Houston, and then another 3 games at home with the Diamondbacks. So we've got some teams that are pretty high. Well, we got a sandwich of Diamondback, Astros, kind of a poop sandwich, if you will. We got some bread, yummy, and then the poop in the middle, which means the Astros that are going to probably give us fits.
Well, I kind of want to talk about, right now we're 70-61. We're 11 games over 500. I am not counting us out of the playoff run. We are 7.5 games behind Houston, 1.5 games behind Oakland, 4.5 out of the second wild card spot. We do have 6 more games against Houston. We got 3 against Boston, and we have 7 against Oakland. I really believe that we can catch some ground on some of those series. Hopefully we don't get knocked out of contention because of those games, but I really believe that we actually have a legitimate shot still of making the playoffs.
Excellent. And we've got some guys being called up. We're going to be able to expand that roster to 28. Kevin, we're going to be expanding from our minor leagues. So let's go ahead and take a quick trip through the minors, if you don't mind, sir.
Not at all. Hey,
all right, let's start with the Rainiers.
One of the guys we think they're going to call up is Jose Marmoleos. Although he's cooled down a little bit. Instead of batting 370 something, he's batting 360 this week. The Rainiers had 4 wins and 1 loss. They're in second place, currently a 1.5 games out at 58-42.
Okay.
This week, Donovan Walton is batting 311, and second baseman Alan Hansen is batting 304. So that's pretty much it with the Rainiers.
All right, Kevin, let's head over to the Travelers. Tell us what's going on in our AA affiliate.
Well, we had 4 wins and 2 losses last week. Currently second place, 5 out of first, 55-47. Let's talk about Emerson Hancock. He pitched on the August 25th. He had a win, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Technically, he had 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. The next day, Matt Brash, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 5 Ks, or 3 walks and 10 Ks. Sorry about that. And then Julio Rodriguez, he's still tearing it up in AA. Since he's been to AA, he's batting 330. I would be shocked if he is not starting AAA next year. So,
all right, Kevin, that sounds good to me. Bring him on over to Rainier Land. All right, Kevin, well, tell us what's going on with the Aqua Sox.
The Aqua Sox, not as good story.
That story's not so good.
They're having a really tough time this year with Spokane Indians. And I don't know what it is, because normally they don't. But, boy, this year they've just been beat up. They had 1 win and 5 losses last week. They're still currently in first place by a half a game. The only bright spot is Taylor Dollard, who is now 6-0 with a 6 ERA, 10 walks, and 51 Ks. If you call a 6 ERA good news, then that is the bright spot.
Well, we won't, Kevin. We'll just move right on past them and go right to Modesto. Tell us what's going on with the Nuts, Kevin.
Well, supposedly Noel Marte hasn't been in the lineup the last few games, and don't know if he's being called up or if he is nursing some kind of injury. But last week the Nuts went 3 wins, 2 losses. They are currently in third place, 9 out at 56-45. Outfielder Corey Rozier is now hitting .413.
All right.
Catcher Eric Jones is now hitting .381. And outfielder Colin Davis is batting .380. Those guys keep going up every week. I'm thinking next week they might be batting over 500. I don't know.
Well, none of them are thumpers, according to you, Kevin. So we're just going to move forward.
Well, they're thumpers in single A, low single A. So
low single A thumpers, not quite ready for the majors.
No.
All right, Kevin, that sounds wonderful. I think we've had an excellent show, even though under the circumstances, even though we've kind of gotten kicked around by the Kansas City Royals, there's still optimism in Mariner land, in your opinion, and as well in mine. So with that, Kevin, we're going to bid everybody out there a farewell, and you guys have a wonderful week. Bye, Kevin.
Peace.